Hello, 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 everybody. How is everyone doing? Good to see you in the chat. I can't see you personally, but I would love to. Welcome to Starfield Signal. I'm Luke. I am the Signal. And yeah, been gone for a bit, but I wanted to take a moment, check in with everyone, say hi, see how you're enjoying the game, see how everyone is enjoying the updates. And so real quick, I'm already noticing in the chat that I might have picked the wrong thumbnail or the wrong title or something for the video. I know nothing about an April Starfield update. This is a Starfield Signal update. So just an update with me in the channel and checking in. So I apologize. It was not my intention to clickbait anyone. Unfortunately, I don't think about clickbait, and so I don't realize when I'm doing it inadvertently. So you can head out if you're here to if you're here to see any kind of official Starfield update. My apologies. Thumbs down. Don't like. Oh, but how is everybody doing? We were deceived. My fault. Who else would actually own up to that, though, right? But I hope everybody's doing good. I hope you're enjoying the game. I would honestly love to hear where you're tuning in from and what games you've been playing. I have been playing a little bit of Dave the Diver. I slept on this one last year, and I just thought it was this cute little indie game that, kind of a cozy game, and I'm not real big into those, but I had heard enough about it to where I was like, you know what? That and Dredge, I think, were both on sale on Steam. So I was like, you know what? I've heard a lot about both these games, and I'll just try them out, and do the 2-hour, 3-hour refund or whatever on Steam if I don't like them. And I loved both of them. Played Dredge first. I'm a big fan of I say I'm a big fan, and now it's totally going blank. This happens to me every freaking live stream. My brain just goes out the window. Lovecraftian was the word I was looking for. I'm a big Lovecraft fan. Cthulhu, all that stuff. I think it is such an interesting, not genre, but it's just such an interesting and dark perspective on life, and it just makes for really good movies and TV shows and games and stories. So anyway, Dredge is really interesting. I don't want to ruin anything or spoil anything, but it's good. It is a bit more cozier in the gameplay mechanics version than Dave the Diver is. Dave the Diver is surprisingly deep in that the mechanics aren't necessarily deep, but it just keeps giving you new mechanics. And so it's really interesting. The story keeps going deeper and deeper and deeper. And it's just a fun game. Has a real good game loop. So anyway, I'm going to shut up and see what you guys are into. I see a few Dragman's Dogma. Somebody said Bethesda Studio is closing. I know nothing about that. Is that a rumor, Omicron, or are you just kind of just venting? Let's see who all is on here. Let's see. Trying to go back up. Oh, that's as far down as I can go. See. Hollow. It's a Dragon's Dogma. Awesome. Coming in from Seattle. Evan, good to see you on here. Playing Fallout New Vegas. I have never played Fallout New Vegas. Admittedly, I'm not a big Fallout fan. There's nothing wrong with it at all. I just usually don't connect with the post-apocalyptic vibe. The Book of Eli was kind of the first thing in that genre, in that world, that I really connected with. I thought that was a fantastic movie. And I also love the Fallout TV show. I thought it was a fantastic TV show. They focused on the characters. They focused on the storytelling, and did not just kind of do a cash grab, for the name recognition. I was very pleasantly surprised at the Fallout TV show. Maybe we can talk a little bit about that. See more Dragon's Dogma. Good Senator. Awesome. I played Dragon's Dogma 2 as well. Really loved it. Virtual Boy said recently got back into Starfield. Been playing Yakuza 8, Oblivion as well. Man, Oblivion is so good. If we could get a remake or a remaster of Oblivion, that would be awesome. I know that was like rumored forever. And was that, somebody tell me in the chat, was that one of the projects that was, I'm using air quotes, leaked in the court documents from last year? Was that like an official project that was leaked, like an Oblivion remake? I would buy that today. It was such a fun game. Dirt said Fallout lately, reinvigorated by the BGS enthusiasm. Awesome. Watching from Nashville. Good to see you, Nathan. Baldur's Gate 3 for the first time and revisiting Red Dead 2. Man, Red Dead 2 is good. That was one of the games after I finished, I just felt like it took so long to finish. It was such a long game. I definitely had some, I was exhausted by the end of it, so I had no interest in playing through the game again. And I know it does kind of give you an end game a little bit where you can still just kind of explore the world, but that just didn't keep me interested. But it was a great piece of art. Love that. From Tulsa, Oklahoma. Awesome. Skyrim, sweet. Fallout 4 just updated. Awesome. What were I've seen all the headlines. Hey, there's some new updates coming out for Fallout 4. What are the major updates that are actually worth having? Is it graphical updates? Is it quality of life updates, menu stuff? I'm assuming no actual new content or anything. Simmer, you said you're listening while playing. Awesome. Yeah, everyone says Fallout New Vegas is really, really good. Now that I've heard it had a bad launch, was really buggy, but as far as the storytelling and the world building and the mechanics and the kind of the whole progression of the game, that it's one of the better ones. And so I need to go back and check that out, I think. Yeah, Oblivion was your introduction to BGS games. I think I briefly played Morrowind, but I bounced off of that pretty hard. And then Oblivion, I got a 360, and Oblivion was like one of the only games on the 360, like right as it came out, that I was even remotely interested in, other than Halo, of course. And so, yeah, definitely Oblivion was a big thing for me too. Overall stability for Fallout 4, awesome, cool. Well, let's get into the game. Start playing a little bit. So, one thing I wanted to talk about, and for those of you who are getting back into Starfield or have still been playing, I continue to find new content in Starfield, but it's so few and far between. Usually you'll get a mission and you're just kind of happy to explore and kind of go through the thing just because you love the game, or you love the world, or whatever, or you're doing a new run through. But every now and then, I will see a new location or get a new piece of story that I hadn't seen before, and it's just so kind of few and far between that I'm kind of wondering, like, are they ghost adding this, or is this something that's been here and I've just never seen it? You're right, because there's so much content. Um, so I don't know. What is your guys' experience with that? Is anyone else kind of finding little new things here and there as you play through the game? And I want to say this Crucible is maybe one of them. I feel like I started playing it a few weeks ago, and I was like, hey, this seems new. I ought to save this for a stream. Let's see. Where am I? This is my ship. Gravity is 1.16. Got my hard target out. And let's see. Oh yeah. No, I remember what this was now. So this is not. This is not new content, because some of this was in the marketing for it, but I had never come across this before in like 3 or 4 full playthroughs of the game, and I just now stumbled across it. So this is the Crucible. For anyone who doesn't want spoilers, this is the section of the game where you meet historical figures. And that's all I'll say for it now. So kind of spoiler alert, if you don't want to know about this quest, or you want to go back and check this out and you haven't checked it out yet, this is in the Charbidis 3. This was in the Charbidis system. Charybdis. I'm horrible at pronouncing all these names. So that's where we are. Simmer CK, you feel like they're stealth adding stuff too? Yeah. I don't know if that's like my optimism or wishful thinking, but I feel like there is some other stuff I've noticed that, like, that I don't think that was there before. So anyway, I'm gonna talk to this robot. He'll get us started. See, Hollow said was hoping one of the fast travel updates we were promised would be by mechs. Yeah. Shattered Space DLC. I don't know. Somebody asked me in an interview recently. Somebody from the Future Game Show interviewed me just kind of about my experience with Starfield and kind of what my hopes are for the future. And anyway, we talked a little bit about the Shattered Space DLC, and I just kind of honestly said, like, listen, I feel like a lot of people give me flack for creating too much hype before the base game was released. It wasn't necessarily my intention. I was just genuinely excited for the game. So I was kind of a bit hesitant to put words into anybody's mouth, or hey, this is what I think will happen. I feel like a lot of people just by name association feel like maybe I have an inside track, and so I do not. I definitely do not. But I would love to see. I would love to see a new city in the Shattered Space DLC. I know a lot of people are hoping for maybe some more story content with House of Varun. I think that would be really interesting. But I'm hoping that because maybe it's taking a little longer for some of these major updates, maybe they're reworking some stuff, maybe from all the feedback and from all of the critiques and criticisms. Maybe they're rethinking things and reworking things, and that's why we're not getting as many kind of quick updates. I think one of the main critiques this robot's just shaking me down. So what I was saying is I now I lost it. I paused for the robot and I lost it. One of the main critiques has been like, hey, why haven't they updated the game with city maps yet, right? That should be a simple thing. Get a handful of designers, an artist, knock this out in a week, get your programmers all on it. That should be a simple fix. I don't know anything about game development, but you would think that something like that could be done fairly quickly. I don't know why it hasn't, but though that's kind of one of the main critiques I'm seeing. Hollis said, my worst fear for Starfield is that after the DLC would be left behind. No, I mean, look at how they've continued to support Fallout 76, right? And even though that is more of a proper live service game that they built, an always online live service game, with Starfield being a new IP, I really don't think they're going to abandon this, right? Because they're part of Xbox now and ZeniMax and all that stuff. I mean, they're planning on making bank from this Starfield IP for generations, for the next 5 decades. They want Starfield 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up to 10, however much money they can get out of this franchise, they want to get it. And they know they can't abandon this halfway through, right? Now, it may be that they don't put out multiple DLCs for it. Maybe they want to rework the game to such an extent where they just go ahead and say, you know what, we're going to go ahead and start working on the proper sequel to it as opposed to DLC and rebuild this, from the ground up to be kind of more what our fans wanted. That would be cool. Yeah, and I know Creation Kit is the next big thing, right? That everybody wants. I think once that comes out, and I've never been a big subscriber to the idea that like modders will fix Starfield or they fix anything. They add to it in some ways. They do add stability, but you have to have a good base game for modders to do anything with. So I don't think modders need to fix Starfield, but I do think they will round it out. I do think they will breathe new color and new flavor into the gaming experience for those who have access to the mods. I know a lot of people are enjoying several on PC now. I mainly play on console. I have been trying out NVIDIA's GeForce Now, where I just stream it on my Mac, and because I don't have a really good gaming PC. And that's been a really cool experience, but you can't do mods with that, so that's kind of the downside. All right. Shoot. I don't have the audio on just yet. Sorry about that. There we go. Got it on now. Bleh. Always forget. All right, so to recap, I just got a distress signal, and then this lady is telling me that there are different factions within this outpost.
Give it time, and I'm sure the others will come out. For curiosity's sake, if nothing else.
Yeah, Bethesda games are like single-player live service games.
When your ship landed, I feared the robots would shoot you on sight. I am greatly relieved that they let you enter our community. But you come during a delicate time. Everyone will seek to use your arrival to further their own ends. As well you should. I am Franklin Delano Roosevelt, leader of the Pragmatist Society. Well, it is gratifying that even after all these years, my name isn't entirely forgot. You see, I was an American president. Well,
His head does look
really,
small
but
for
in a
his
sense
body.
I
He's
was.
got big, broad shoulders.
Everyone that lives here are
It looks like his shirt is 2 sizes
Some
too
of
big.
us are clones of the greatest figures of history, and others, well, we don't rightly know. When we die, and some of us die quite often, we are brought back. I cannot imagine how strange this must sound to an outsider.
This is very strange. I'm very curious how this questline is going to go.
Now, there is the question, isn't it? I do not have FDR's memories.
Yeah.
But I know every
Clone of a clone.
nuance of his life and times. Well, as much as history records. I confess, I feel an undeniable affinity towards him. But no, I am my own man. But not all of us see it that way.
All of this is a little hard to believe.
To us, it's just the way things are. After decades, centuries of trying to
Yeah,
figure it
Dirt-
out
Dirt said
ourselves,
people use the
there
Steam
is
charts
so
as if
very
they're
much we don't
gospel.
know either.
There's still a lot of
Oh,
people
that's
playing
close
Starfield. Just
for
the
a
majority of
reason.
us aren't using
They're
Steam.
so-called
Yeah.
mission. But what that
I mean,
teaches and
they're a good
what we should
indicator,
do
but
about it is something the
certainly
society
certain
should
games
disagree
you can kind of, you can,
sometimes violently.
um,
It's best
you know, graph
to really
those
emphasize
those
enough.
tendencies and those trends a little
promise I'll
closer
explain
to the
Pragmatist's
Steam chart
position on
numbers. But you know, games like you get free with Game Pass, right? We have no data to figure out that correlation between how many people are playing on Steam or how many people are playing on console or you know through Xbox's storefront. So yeah, and even if it's like, okay, let's say only a consecutive number of 10,000 people are playing it, you know, and people say that's a low number. Okay, like it's a single player game, and like people played 20, 30, 40 hours, played through it enough, and now they've moved on to all the other amazing games that have come out in the last 16 months. And like that doesn't mean that this is a bad game. It doesn't mean that it failed or whatever. Like, you know, if you went back and looked at whenever Skyrim came out, like there's no way, I haven't done this, but I'm curious to do it now. There's no way that Skyrim was up against the same competition in 2023 for players' eyeballs and times, and their time, right? There's just no way. So I think it's a horrible argument and just kind of weird and unfortunate that people just enjoy hating on things. All right, let's see. Can't wait to see who I get to meet next.
Be careful what you wish for. Word has been sent, so the street
Oh,
should be
Wyatt
full again.
is the same
There
actor as
is more I
John
would talk
Marston.
to you about,
Cool.
but I would not take advantage of your ignorance. Go speak with Amanirenas and Genghis Khan.
Yeah, absolutely, Lano. Yeah. You know, even Fallout 3 and Fallout 4, you know, they
I just wish the society
did not
should
have
get
the
along.
same kind of longevity as Skyrim. You know, there's just something really unique
You
about
actually
Skyrim and the
came from
zeitgeist.
space.
I hope your arrival doesn't mean more violence.
Let's see. I actually think I need to go a different way. No, my arrival does not mean more violence.
I might have some
Whoa.
stuff you could use in stock.
There he
Welcome
is.
to town, stranger. Consider me part of the welcoming committee. The name's Wyatt.
It does sound like John Marston, doesn't it?
Use one of the spare rooms during your stay, for a modest fee, of course.
It also sounds like similar to the actor that does Sam.
But you can't.
Maybe that's because of the Western cowboy kind of vibe. I don't know if he's just doing a different voice here, but it does sound really close to John Marston. Didn't figure Wyatt Earp would run a hotel. Let's see, I thought Wyatt Earp was a sheriff.
He was, and I try to be. I do the best I can to uphold the law, but the societies make that difficult.
Hey,
I
Justin.
expect I've had as much success restraining Genghis as the Chinese did. I do what I can. Roosevelt and I are both of the same mind on that.
Okay, I'll keep my law breaking to a minimum then.
I can work with that. Well, I hope you
Justin,
enjoy
no
this-
new official
By the
Starfield
way, we have
update.
access
Just
to
kind
some
of
essentials I
giving an
picked up
update to
over
the
the
channel
years.
and playing a little bit,
Happy to
hanging
sell
out.
them to you.
That's what we're doing. Let's see what you have for sale. See what's
Hopefully
going
you
on.
take fancy to something.
Absolutely, Wolf. So, a little update from me personally. I've just been surprisingly busy with my other jobs here recently, with my other businesses. I have a few different video production businesses in different areas of the country. So that has been, usually I kind of have I do have people managing those for me, but it's just some of the different ins and outs of the business have required more of my attention lately, and that's been a good thing. It means they're growing, means they're doing well. And I'm also kind of exploring some other professional opportunities right now, which I'm excited for. And so that, I haven't been able to put as much time into Starfield or building the YouTube channel. I definitely haven't abandoned it. I know a lot of people say since I've kind of stopped uploading weekly that I've abandoned it. I haven't done that. It's just kind of life and family and being a professional and taking care of my my contractors and my clients. That's the word I'm looking for. About said patients there. My brother's a physical therapist, so I always look at patients, clients. What do you call them? Anyway, so yeah, just kind of living life, and now that I've got a little bit of like space from space, a little bit of distance and a little bit of time and a little bit of margin kind of away from the launch of Starfield and just kind of all the negative conversation around it. Like, I feel like I'm enjoying the game a lot more now, just like for what it is. And I'm enjoying life a lot more, for sure. Spending a lot more time with my girls. And it's just, I feel like I've kind of hit a good stride. And so I'm not going to be forcing new content, but certainly as the creation kit comes out and we start getting more information about Shattered Space and DLC and the future of the game, I definitely will be doing updates on the channel, because I know a lot of people, they don't necessarily just watch my channel for information. They like kind of the positive attitude I come at it with and the optimistic approach. So I feel like, you know what, I like that too. I like what we kind of made our channel to be. Not just kind of jumping on trends or clickbaits or all that stuff. So that is what we'll be doing for sure. See, is there a lot of crime in the Crucible?
Cold. During usual times, it's an occasional scuffle, maybe a black eye when an argument gets out of hand, and then a society goes on a rampage and it's tombstone all over. I hope your arrival keeps things on an even keel.
Man, everyone is putting a lot of pressure on my arrival here. I'm really curious at how this is going to go. All right, I need a
I
room.
got a room for you. It's on the cozy side, but it's clean and quiet. You want to stay the night? Longer?
That's why our aim
Sodium-free Starfield is the best. Nice. Oh, I think I got the
can't
credits to
rightly
spare.
recollect anyone staying in my rooms that long. You'll be the first.
Visit your rented room.
The other societies make me sick. This is a prison.
This guy.
Plain and simple.
I've seen his character model in so many different places, which is a little disappointing. I feel like there's a few character models that they reused more and more.
Wouldn't you do anything to be free?
So I think that character model was in one of the showcases as well. That's why I recognize him. And then the character model where he plays your partner in the pirate missions. I forget what his name is. It's not Diego. That's kind of the leader of the pirates, but I feel like I've seen that character model a lot. All right. Got our own bed here. Let's go. Little desk. This is better than a Holiday Inn. Okay. Just sleep for an hour, see what happens. Yes, Dirt. I absolutely loved that quote from the Fallout show. Dirt's referring to a quote by the ghoul in the Fallout show. Okay, so nothing happened. Visit your rented room. Just did. Okay.
I think I'll keep that one to myself.
What are they talking about?
Tell me.
Thing is, if I tell you,
Matthias,
you tell
yes.
someone else,
Matthias,
and
yes.
soon my side business has competitors. So I'll pass.
You're such an ass.
All right, let's see. Who are
You're
you?
the most exciting thing that's happened, well, ever.
It's so interesting that
Renegades will use any means. Change is coming. I can feel it.
all of them are just like astounded that they have a visitor. This Amelia Earhart. This is Amelia Earhart.
Do everything there is to be done. Your ship, she's a beauty. It travels the stars, right? Tell me.
That's really cool, man. They
What's it like
nailed
out
her
there?
character.
That's just how I imagine it. My name's Amelia Earhart. When I first woke up in this place, in my head, I knew all about my namesake, her life and her accomplishments. But I also knew how to fly a starship, reactor limits, thrust acceleration vectors and everything. In my mind's eye, I can imagine flying out there, touching heaven itself. And yet, cruelly,
Good to see you on here, Justin. Have a great night, man. See, I don't know what to make of you. I have a feeling this is going somewhere. Why do you know about space flight?
the facility keeps us alive, fed and protected, but they do a terrible job of informing us of anything at all. My guess is the facility thought they might need a pilot one day, but your guess is as good as mine.
Huh. Interesting.
Am I that transparent? Listen, I know you owe me nothing at all, but I would do anything to get off of here. I know the societies want who knows what from you for who knows why, and I don't want to get involved in any politics. I just want, for my single self, a chance to explore.
Are there any incentives to helping you?
My way. Like I said, a lot of spacefaring know-how has been put in my head.
Hey, Mouse
Let's
Reel.
put it to good use, right?
If I can help you, I will.
You won't regret it. Thanks.
It could
Do
be
you
interesting.
want to talk about anything else?
It would be really cool if you could like hire her as as a crew member on your ship. Get some awesome bonuses.
I have a few choice unchristian thoughts about some of them. But I'm going to
Unchristian.
stay out of it. Listen, I'd understand you making any decision you have to regarding them. Any at all. I just hope you judge me separate. I don't wish harm on anyone. I just want to explore.
Hey, Sean. Good to see you, man.
No, I don't. I consider myself a most ardent admirer of hers. She feels like she broke so many barriers in her life.
Okay.
I hope to see you again.
Move on to someone else. Let's see. Who else we got in here? Isn't there like a Cleopatra? Maybe here. These people look...
Who cares what sick experiment Crucible was designed for? We need to escape.
Okay, so I'm sensing a little bit of tension that some people want to leave the colony and some people maybe feel like it's their duty to stay. Interesting. Don't see anything of interest in here. These are all kind of the same layout. Genghis Khan's computer. Oh man, this could be bad. Pragmatist, okay. FDR may hide it, but he is as quick to draw a blade as I. The greatest weakness is the mask of civility. Nice. Yet he has bested my previous lives at every turn. As much as I despise it, it may be his greatest strength too. He tells people what they want to hear, and they eagerly soak it in. Flattery, two-faced lies. In every battle we've had traitors. He gets to people. Interesting. Let's see, the believers. The believers, I want to shake them, make them see these are lies. Why do you trust the machines that kill us, the machines that hobble us? But they are too far gone, and Amanirinus is the worst of them. Maybe pronouncing that name wrong. There's no convincing them. I will free them in spite of themselves, even if I have to kill every last one of them to make it so. Yikes. That's par for the course for Genghis Khan, I think. Talk with Ada. It amuses me how nervous I make Miss Lovelace, but she intrigues me. The robots taught me little of the new science, so I piece it together with talks with her. If you're wondering why I'm having such a hard time reading this, it's because I also have a very bright light, like shining right in my eyes, like that's right below the screen. So that's why also I'm not like an incredibly fast reader. Last night, Ada told me about her theories about cloning, about this DNA. Now I wonder if I'm even a clone of Genghis. I know from my education that the real Genghis is a mysterious figure. No one knows where he was buried, where he was born, or almost anything. I didn't know that. Let's see. So how did they capture his DNA, or did they? Interesting. Let's see. Done with experiments. I found these clues I left for myself. Old Mongol trail signs, invisible to the others. It is gratifying to know that I never fall in with the believers. I always rebel. I have tried so many ways to escape, but I cannot find a way. There's no way. The facility must be destroyed. That is the only path forward. But how? Really interesting. So I'm going to read Wyatt's, and then I have a couple observations. Every week I visit Wyatt, and he shows me the marvels of modern drink. Love it. So many flavors, so many varieties. Why did the robots give us so much ample provisions in this department? Wyatt surprised me with what he called cactus wine. We literally howled at the moon. I will make a renegade out of you yet, Wyatt. You deserve to be free. Okay, so I'm gathering from these entries that there have been several versions of these clones, and they've been here for a really long time. Almost kind of like a Unity type situation, but each clone dies and then they make or they wake up another version of that clone. Is that what I'm gathering? No spoilers just yet, but anyone who's been through this, am I on the right track here? I don't see anything in here. The Vagabond. Hey, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Do you have a favorite mod currently? And so I play on console mostly, in addition to GeForce Now. So I don't do a lot of mods. However, I have seen several out there that, from different ones, from quality of life things to menu mods to, content mods. I'm really impressed with how many good mods it seems are coming out without the official proper creation kit. So I'm really excited for, just for the modding community and for the game to kind of have some fresh life breathed into it whenever all that comes out, because I think people are they still love this game and they have lots of great ideas. So yeah, I'm super excited for it. Dirt said I'm correct. Awesome. Clones get recloned after death. That's really cool. Okay. All right, let's see what else I can find out.
If you had a life sentence, wouldn't you do anything to be...
Come over here. So I'm gathering like the robots are the ones kind of keeping order.
You can hear the howls at night. The mission will succeed one day. The saddle systems needs us. We just need to pass the test.
Need to pass the test. So what is the test, I wonder? Dartboard there. I remember the first time I came across a dartboard in Starfield, I tried to pick up the dart and see if I could throw it at it, like a little mini game, but it did not allow me. Okay. Another computer. All right, why do we fail? I believe the mission is pure, but time is harsh and cruel. The machines break down. Clearly, there is no other reason none of us have succeeded and been sent out into the settled systems. I feel I am close to revelation, something that will shake the earth, but I'm not there. Interesting. I'm not the only one. We remember things in our core, all of us. Even the great skeptic Roosevelt, I've caught on 2 occasions saying something that surprised himself. I got carried away, he said the first time, and I must have overheard it the second. It is so strange that truth speaks to us through our body. Of times past, people have believed this since our earliest times. Some of us still believe. Damn the renegades. Violet left. She joined the renegades. She must have been a traitor all along. Genghis is sly. His feints have counterfeints, but you are not the only one who knows how to handle a blade, Mongol. The renegade's belief is a sickness that must be cured. Ooh, sensing some tension. I dreamt of the Kush again last night. The scrub, the trees, the soil. There is something to the sky there that haunts me. And our ancestral home, the earth, is gone. Loss and grief sometimes overwhelms me. My kingdom is gone. My people aren't the people anymore. One day, I would build something new, born of the past, a new Kush, something to inspire wonder for the ages. But first, I must pass the test. I know one day I will be worthy. So what is the test? Our numbers grow, the long, hard strategy works. Another has joined our flock. No matter how many lies Genghis spreads or doubts Roosevelt fosters, the truth of the mission cannot be denied. Given time, the believers will triumph by numbers alone. Roosevelt said he remembers a time when there were but 3 of us. Now we are legion. No one can stand against us. Man, really interesting. Okay. So I haven't seen Genghis Khan yet. Got Amelia Earhart. Let's come up here. I really wish it was... Oh, here's Cleopatra. You know what? I want this to be a little easier to see, so I'm going to go sleep in my room until it looks like the sun is almost coming up.
Change is coming.
You know what? Let's actually, just for fun, let's come and watch the sunrise. And we'll chat a little bit more. Man, that's still pretty. And this is a kind of moment where I think I would like to take a picture. Has anyone else played around much with photo mode? I love like getting really close to them. Let's see. Field of view. This is kind of like zooming in with a camera lens. As you get to a certain point and your character disappears, but I love these kind of shots right here. See the sun's reflection in his visor. Love it. And let's take a nice wide shot here. Nice. You know, I've never been too into photo modes, but I mean, there's just so much variety in in Starfield that, you know, whether you have a huge, beautiful view of the Milky Way galaxy, you know, coming overhead, or get a beautiful sunrise or a sunset coming in, it's definitely worth it to mess with. And of course, like all the creatures and everything you see. We talked a little bit at the beginning of the stream about like new content where I keep finding new alien creatures. I've visited all the systems, maybe not in this playthrough, I can't remember, but I haven't visited all the planets yet. And so I'm still finding like brand new alien creatures, species that are really creative. So I'm very impressed. Lana said I was pretending to be a Nat Geo photographer for a while. And so have you come across the photographer in the game? That's essentially what they are. They're a magazine or you know a whatever photographer, and they just go around to different planets, and sometimes you'll see them. I don't think there's a quest line associated with them, but yeah, it's really neat. I kind of smiled when I thought that. Hey Seth. Good to see you on the stream, man. Yeah, Lano, the first time I encountered the photographer, I was on a desolate planet, so nothing there but resources, no outposts, no points of interest, you know, anything but just natural stuff. And I was like, man, I was kind of taking it in. It's like, this is really cool. And then I see this guy like just run across. It was almost like the scene from Monty Python or something. I was just like, wow, I'm the only person here. And then just like this guy just comes jumping across. I'm like, who are you? What are you doing here? He's like, oh yeah, I've been here for hours. I'm taking pictures. Get out of my shot. I can't remember what he said, but it was definitely a funny moment. Zeke, man, good to see you. How are you? Thank you so much for the super chat. It's very generous. Yeah. Seth, I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. Yeah, it really is overlooked how beautiful the game is. And so, okay, so notice how, you know, the sun rises and we have all this volumetric fog kind of starting to enter into the scene because of the way they designed it. I mean, I think it's just really beautiful. Zeke, how are you, my friend? Hope life is going well. All right, so we watch the sun come up. Let's tell you what. Let's change. Let's see what kind of. Y'all decide which equipment you want me to wear. What kind of spacesuit? We got advanced tracker, deep seeker, system defense, shock trooper. It's a deep seeker again. Deep recon. That one just looks like I don't know, just kind of has like a janitor kind of feel to it. Like it's, I don't know. It's got an interesting look to it. Got what I call the Michelin Man. The Michelin Man spacesuit. Got the navigator. Ground crew. Mercenary looks pretty tight. I was going to say one of my favorites is the Vanguard, just because like how kind of slim it is, and I like the blue and the orange. I really like the Vanguard helmet too. But that's probably one of my favorites as far as the design goes. And then of course Starborn, the ground crew. What do you guys want me to wear? Dude, Zeke, Hamburger Helper was the first meal I ever made my wife, and still one of the best ones, if you ask me. I absolutely love it. Anytime she's like, yes, you can make Hamburger Helper, I'm like, yes. It's the simple things in life. Joy is so easy, right? Ground crew or Merc. Yeah, more sleek spacesuits would be nice. I like it. Mercenary and Bounty Hunter are your favorites. Yeah, the Vanguard helmet is really good. All right, so let's see. I've heard a few Mercs. Where was that one? Here it is. Mercenary. Yeah, gosh, I mean, that just looks like a freaking tank, doesn't it? Looks like a Jeep. Something. We'll go with that one. And let's see. Got my balance boost pack. On one of my playthroughs, it wasn't on this one or I would have it on, I got this awesome, I just found it randomly. I found this random, awesome, I think it was an epic as far as the level of it, but it was a boost pack, and it had the perk on there where if you're over encumbered, shoot, I can't remember now, but it only drained so much of your stamina, or like it barely affected your stamina at all, or your oxygen, your oxygen consumption. And so it essentially negated any kind of oxygen use penalty from being over encumbered, which is just the best thing. As you can see, I have modded this one. I think I was playing it on through GeForce Now, and so you can use console commands, and so I modded my my mass and my credits, so not an issue for right now, but just playing the game vanilla, it was awesome. So if you find one of those, hold on to it. Has anyone else found any really good like perks on either on gear that you've made, that you've crafted, or just anything you found out there? Because again, I'm still finding brand new stuff. I think we're all fans of Hamburger Helper. I love it. So I'm going to keep that one. And helmet. Let's see what looks good with this. Yeah, the Vanguard, that's pretty sweet. It almost has a Judge Dredd vibe to it, doesn't it? I just now realized that. We'll go with that. I am the law. Okay, so that's a quote from the Stallone version of Dread, which I haven't seen in a while, but I remember it being good. But the more recent Dread with Carl Urban was very good, very well stylized, and almost almost reminded me of
Your arrival doesn't mean more violence.
The Raid. Anyone seen that movie, The Raid? Where it's just like a guy, I mean, it's almost designed and paced out like a video game, where just this cop has to fight his way up this tower, up this apartment building. It is kind of structured like that. It's interesting. All right, here is Amani Renus. Amani
I had
Renus.
hoped you would visit me. Good. Know that you stand before
Carl
Queen
Urban is
Amani
fantastic.
Renus of the Kush, queen of a dead kingdom.
Anybody
and a
fans
dead
of
world.
The Boys
But
on
I earned
Amazon?
my name, and even the sands of time cannot take it from me.
It's a very good series. It's honestly like a little, I'm a little sheltered country boy here. It's a little much for me, like a little grotesque, but I'm able to kind of get through that because there's some really good story stuff they're doing in there. Some very fun action too.
Your courtesy is appreciated, even though it rings hollow. My subjects are all dust. If you don't believe me, no.
Lena Headey? Lena
Some
Headley?
clones deride
Yeah.
me behind my back. I know this.
Which as a
but I feel in my
as a
bones
villain, she honestly
that
wasn't
I am
much.
Amani Renus,
Like,
for true.
I think she could have not been in the movie at all, and it would have been pretty much the
To
same.
those who would oppose me. I
But
remember
yeah,
things no
she
one
rocked
has
it.
told me. Memories of faces, betrayers, lovers, allies, and enemies. And the smells. The right scent. And I close my eyes. And I can picture all of it. So vividly. It aches my heart. My home. My kingdom.
Man, that actress kind of went for her there. Got kind of sincere. Zeke. Yeah, I have seen the new Fallout series. I finished it maybe last week, and it was fantastic. Absolutely loved it. I mean, I expected as much from Jonathan Nolan. I like every single thing he's ever touched that I know about. So yeah, I was not surprised that I liked it, but I was very, very happy with how it turned out.
If your mind and heart remain open, you will see the truth of it. Once, I called upon mighty armies. However, on Crucible, I still lead. Have you heard of the believers? Have you heard of the mission?
Zeke, talking about Hamburger Helper, you got me hungry now, man.
We'll take our rightful place in the
I'm
center of
totally
systems
craving some
to
Hamburger
bring in
Helper.
A new glorious age and break the endless cycles of oppression and greed.
Sorry. All right, the mission is doomed to fail in so many ways. Could you tell me about the mission? Yes, let's learn.
So many
Yeah, Hamburger Helper and Starfield, man, that's a
Before we are reborn here,
great combination. Why didn't I think of that?
that we are the chosen.
That's a $1 million marketing partnership idea right there.
Thrive. All of us represent the greatest figures in our history. Who better to lead the settled systems to a new golden age?
Let's see, Dirty said William Knifeman was in the Fallout show. Is that a character from Fallout, or is that an actor? Forgive my ignorance. Hey, James. Starfield has not officially had an update. He's a character from Res Dogs. Okay. Gotcha. No, just kind of checking in, doing an update for the channel. Sorry, I apologize at the beginning of the stream that I think I inadvertently made it sound like Starfield was getting an update. My fault. All right. Tell me about the mission again. I wasn't paying attention.
Before we are reborn here, there are words all of us are told. That we are the chosen. We are meant to better ourselves. To learn, grow, and thrive. All of us represent the greatest figures in our history. Who better to lead the settled systems to a new golden age?
Okay. You really think you can change everything?
You are skeptical. My advisors thought the same when Augustus Caesar stood unbeatable at Cush's border. I made war against the mighty Romans. I took their cities and fought them to a draw. No other king or queen can boast of that honor against that famed Roman. And that's just me. Some of the greatest lions of all ages are awaiting rebirth. What are bureaucrats, petty politicians, and lawyers against that?
All right, and you want me to help
If
with
we
this?
could do it ourselves, we would have, years ago. I do not care if you think my plan is insane. But what I want, what we want, is a chance to prove to the facility we are ready. When someone has achieved their potential, the facility is supposed to set us free among the stars. But the machines have been breaking more and more over the years. And no one has ever been deemed worthy. I need your help to properly fix the facility so that we can prove ourselves and claim our birthright.
Okay. So we need to fix the facility to let them complete the mission.
The facility is another place on this very planet. A place we cannot go. As much as we dream of it.
You have to fix it, but you can't go there. Okay.
Then listen well, outsider. You must go to the facility. The robots and what drives them is not here. The facility is where they come from. Somewhere far to the east. None of us can travel there. But you can. Go there, please. And see if the facility can be repaired. Then report back to me.
Okay. So they want to leave and go out into the stars, but whoever is in charge of this colony does not think they are ready because they've not passed the test. The machines are keeping them here. So I need to go to this facility to figure out how to help them. Okay. Now, who is the Genghis? Think this was his facility?
You can hear the howls at night. The defenses have to hold.
I feel a little turned around here, so I am going to put it up on... I try to not put all of my map markers up on my HUD. I try to make it a bit more... Where is that? A bit more realistic. Not there. Miscellaneous... Here we go. Okay. He's hunting outside the wall. Okay. Thank you. Good tip. That was probably in a piece of dialogue that I glossed over. Aha.
Stranger! Weapons out! They come!
Oh, shoot. And they came out of nowhere. Oh, the reloading takes so long because I don't have that perk unlocked. Whew. I think they just kind of spawned up. Alright, let's go this guy. Alright. We got any more? We good? Yo.
The man from the stars. Come to see me. And you're not afraid to get your hands dirty. I guess the world out there is not so different than here. Genghis Khan, a pleasure to meet you.
You're much more civilized than I was expecting. You're one of the most terrible butchers in all history. I'm going to say that.
My namesake, yes. A terrible, terrible person. But me, I'm really just a lowly prisoner, stuck on this pitiful planet.
Okay.
I am pleased that the dangers out here are of no concern to you. You cannot be fully human if you trap yourself behind walls.
Make a point. See, you hinder yourself well. I still cannot believe I'm meeting you. Keep your distance. I don't trust you. Why are you really out here?
I would provide fresh meat for my society, so we don't get fat off the robots. Franklin and I see eye to eye on very little, but even he appreciates this. And I always hope to see some means of escape. Perhaps our luck has finally changed.
Okay.
The robots taught me many things any Mongol would know. So, hunting game, even such as this, is little challenge to me. So Franklin told you of us. Oh, that we're clones. Some of us think that makes us special. That the deeds of our namesakes are somehow ours. But that is blind arrogance. We are just people. Same as you. Same as anyone.
I think sharing the same DNA as such noteworthy people counts for something. I think the science would back your view. I'm surprised you didn't change your name then. So you really feel no connection to Genghis at all.
Perhaps you are right. Certainly. Many in Crucible would agree. But all this talk gets us nowhere. Too many of the others grovel at the feet of the damned robots. Trying to play their roles in a broken game. The renegades will not submit. And one day, we will be free.
Renegades are so tough, you shouldn't need me.
If Crucible had not
Hey, Mark.
us,
Good to see you, man.
we wouldn't. I have died a dozen deaths trying to find a way out of Crucible. You get too far or disobey too much, then death. Crucible holds our lives in its hands. But now the robots have made a grave mistake. You can go where none of us can. You hold
This is
our
really
future
interesting.
in your hands, and all the societies know it.
That's why everyone was so excited to see me. Okay. Huh. If I free you, I have a feeling many people will suffer. Crucible really kills you?
Oh yes, you can go 1 or 2 miles from Crucible, and you drop dead. I have no knowledge of medicine, but it's probably poison. It boils my blood to be subjugated like this.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Too many of the clones are sheep. As long as their pens are clean and comfortable.
Wonder if it's like a
bleat
Suicide Squad, like bomb detonation in the head, or if it's something else.
Even if you think I deserve this cage, does everyone? If you want your heartstrings tugged, talk to Amelia Earhart. Doesn't she deserve the stars she craves? You know of the facility, yes? Go there and make the machines let us leave. It is not much to ask, and it will set us free.
Man. Okay, this is really good so far. I'm really liking this quest. This is a random question, but does anyone know who wrote this quest? Was this an Emil quest or a Will Shen quest or someone else? Well, let's go talk to Franklin. There's people just sitting around, man. Franklin, what you got?
So, you have heard from the other societies. I must confess, I'm very curious what an outsider thought of them and their positions. You might be the first objectively neutral party we've ever come across.
Still trying to wrap my head around all this. Genghis is right. This is a cage and your people need freedom. I think some of the greatness of your original selves may live in you. Think what you could accomplish. Both of them are misguided and probably dangerous. Oh, man. Right, yeah, there doesn't seem to be like one clear answer. I really like stuff like that. There's not a right or wrong. There's just a which direction you're going to go this time. Let's see. I kind of connected with I kind of empathize with Genghis Khan. I'm sure that kind of statement would get me canceled.
I
go with that one.
More than a great person to achieve great things. Their traits need to match the circumstances. I fear we would be ill-equipped to do anything except sow chaos. The facility has gathered some of the most obstinate and dangerous personages throughout history. It has told them that they should lead in a golden age via whatever means they see appropriate. Setting us all loose and parter as a whole would invite disaster. We are barely fit to lead ourselves.
Tell me your plan then.
Certainly. It is evident that the facility is decaying. It is both unsustainable and unwise for us to fix and maintain the status quo. Our community must be weaned off the machines, learn how to build, grow, and govern ourselves, allowed to raise families so we can pass our lessons to the next generation, and to die when our allotted time is finished. One day we will be worthy of going to the stars. We are just not there yet.
Man, it's really interesting. That's a good goal. Count me in. I'll think about it. I can't let all your people remain trapped here. You can't raise families because you're clones? Does that mean you're infertile? Is it wrong if others want to escape this prison?
Yes, and not to be indelicate, not for lack of trying. Are we even human in this state? We have no future, only the past.
Nice. Not for lack of trying. Okay.
Do not listen to passion. Genghis can be very persuasive, but he's a fool. In some sense, we are an abomination. A science project made for unknown ends and with uncertain results. Once we are fully human, fully self-reliant, then we should be allowed to join the settled systems.
That's a good deal. Count me in. I will think about it. I can't let all your people remain trapped here.
Please, I beg you, listen, look, and think. Who are these people? And what would they do? I hope for all our sake, you will come to see the light.
Okay. Well, let's go to the facility. I imagine, here's Wyatt, I imagine there's more to the story.
Listen, it's not safe to talk here. It's about Roosevelt. There's something you need to know.
Hey, Merc, thank you for the super chat. I said I'm looking forward to Shattered Space expansion. Can't wait to learn more. Any guess when they'll reveal more info? So, I do have a guess. I do not have any insider knowledge or anything like that. But I'm thinking about kind of the main marketing beats of this year, right? I'll go back to live for this for a second. So it's the end of April, pretty much. In June, we will have the Xbox Summer Showcase and the Summer Game Show and all the stuff Jeff Keighley does, and probably a few other big things. Hey, Lord. Yeah. And then after that, you have, all the big releases coming out. September, October, November, the big fall release schedule. And so, thinking about marketing spend and when, do you want to put DLC marketing up against full game marketing? When can they get the most amount of players coming in to play Starfield, or coming back to Starfield, or coming new to Starfield? So just thinking about all of that, a guess
I'll be here when you're done.
would be maybe holiday season. Maybe they'll find a little window in the holiday season for the DLC to come out. Probably not going to be July, right? Because Elden Ring's coming out, or the Elden Ring DLC's coming out. No one's going to want to compete with that, unless you're Horizon, unless you're Sony pushing out Horizon DLC. Which, gosh, man, that's kind of an inside joke for all the Horizon fans out there. They just do not know when to release that thing. But it could be September. So I would say either September or holiday, if it's coming out this year. Remember, back, when was it, last November, last December, something, where they originally delayed the original launch, or not, it was two Decembers ago now, sorry, when they originally delayed the launch from 11/11/2022 or whatever. They said the launch would be within the first half of 2023, right? And then it ended up coming out in September, which is not in the first half of 2023. So, like Todd Howard said in a recent interview, he said, giving any kind of specific dates or estimated dates on things gets them into trouble. And so I feel like whenever we know it's coming out, it will be almost out, like maybe 2 or 3 weeks of a marketing window. Another reason that I think that is because Todd Howard in the past has said that he really doesn't like the huge marketing buildup and the putting things out there. But of course, he works within a team. He works within a company. Of course, ZeniMax and Xbox, they have what's it called, shareholders and stakeholders that they have to get people excited about, and run the numbers up and all that stuff that I really don't understand. But that's kind of a big part of being a part of that corporate machine, right? I kind of wonder, with Xbox kind of having maybe having more control of like where the puzzle pieces are moved around to and when they move, and now that Pete Hines is gone, and this is not a statement of Pete Hines' ability or his value. But just he tended to want to kind of do all the build up and all the, big, and let's put it 6 months out and let's do all this stuff. And so without him there to maybe kind of push for more marketing, and maybe with Todd maybe having a little bit more say and a little bit more weight in that regard, it could be that we do get to see the DLC just announced on a Monday and then launched on Friday, maybe something like that. So those are all the thoughts that I have on it. And I would love to hear from you guys, like why you think I'm right or wrong, or if you have any differing opinions or anything else I'm missing that's intriguing to you. All right, we'll come back to the screen. Yes, if you're planning on getting back into Elden Ring, make sure you have a playthrough that is either not in a big new game plus already. I've kind of worked on mine where I'm just in new game plus 1. I have several where I'm like in 6 or 7 or 8. It's like I'm not starting the DLC with that. It could be very bad. So I have one that's just on new game plus. I think I'm going to stick with that one. And I got it ready. Been having a blast with your playthrough, different in their own ways. Yeah, very cool. Which faction do you like, United Colonies or Freestyle Collective? I really, the United Colonies, I feel like has a little bit more going on, but I feel like all of them have plenty of room to be fleshed out and to have more stories told. Even within the context of the tension between the two, I would like to see that explored some more as well. One of these days you might even explore a little bit, Lord. Yeah, I'm hyped too, Merc. It's gonna be very exciting whenever all that stuff drops. Yeah, the Red Devils were really interesting. Cool. All right, let's keep rolling on this quest and let's see what Wyatt has to say here. All right, if you have something to say, I'm all ears.
There's a cave just outside town. No chance of us being listened in on. Please, come as quick as you can. Ideally, before you go to the facility.
Oh man, I don't know. That feels fishy. I'm already preparing for an ambush.
It won't be. I'll meet you at the cave.
Don't trust you, Wyatt. Don't trust you at all. I could just do it. I could just end it right now. You and your stupid little poncho. Where did he go? I lost him. All right. Let me... Is it doing an autosave? Didn't crash on me, did it? Okay, there we go. It just took it a second. I think it was auto-saving. All right. Operation Starseed. Okay, I totally lost wherever Wyatt was going. Where the heck did he go? He said it was near a cave. I don't see him anywhere. Maybe down here? Nothing's popping up on my scanner. In a cave not far from me. Okay. You're giving me directions. So where am I facing? Here's north. Do I need to keep going north or turn west? Keep going? Awesome. I find that the more and more I explore and kind of move around planets, I've become a grumpy old man whenever I'm on a planet with high gravity. I just want to be able to move quickly throughout the atmosphere. And just that high gravity kind of pulls you down. Something going on over here. Nothing. Build the surface map. See if I can see it here. Oh, it's way back there. Okay. Getting close. South? Man, yeah, I really must have missed it. It's in the trees. Yep, I'm right on it. Aha! Here we go. Thank you, everybody. Man, yeah, that was easy. Okay. Hold on. I do not, I feel like it's going to be an ambush, so I'm just like getting ready. All right. Okay, Wyatt, what you want to talk about, buddy?
You came. I just can't take a chance. These clones, they're psychotic, crazy. If they find out, I'm sorry. I just can't take the chance.
Take a deep breath. Ready to hear about Roosevelt? Tell me what this is really about. Tell me what this is really about.
Too smart. I'm not Wyatt Earp. I wish. God, how I wish I was. I was cloned off a monster. America's first serial killer, H.H. Holmes.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. A little twist. Why? I'm trying to think. Why would they, with Franklin and Genghis Khan, why would they clone the horrible people? I don't know, I'm really interested to go to the facility and learn now. All right. You play dumb.
He was a deranged lunatic on old Earth. In the 1890s, he owned a hotel. He'd lure people there in this crazy hotel with all sorts of terrible rooms. But I'm not him. You gotta believe me.
Huh.
It's like a living nightmare. If you go to the facility, I know you'd find out who I am. And if you let any of these bloodthirsty maniacs know, they'd kill me. But no, that wouldn't be the end. Every time my new clone would appear, death, torture, pure hell. I'm afraid it's you or me. I'm going to kill you.
Buddy. Doesn't have the kind of confidence you want to hear if you're going to kill somebody. All right. We do not have to do this. It's got to be a different way. Another way. man, I kind of want to just attack him, but he's being so hospitable about the whole thing. Like I empathize with his plight here. Let's talk this out, buddy.
See a way out.
Ooh, okay, got 6 marks.
Wyatt Earp was a hero. Maybe I can.
See if I can turn this around.
I don't want to die. You sound so
awesome.
certain.
Got him.
I don't know why. I'm
10 XP for that persuasion check.
Tell anyone. This never happened.
You know, somebody asked me about some of my favorite mods. I would use a mod that kind of rebalanced and reworked the XP system and the skill point system. I feel like it's too slow for as big of a game as Starfield is and as many different kind of sections. It's too slow. Like and you can't respec, right? And so there's no way to get your points back. If you figure out like, hey, I really don't need all these combat points, I want to try out persuasion. Sucks to be you. You either got to start a new playthrough, because it would almost be easier to start a new playthrough, right? Because like the higher level you are, the more XP it takes to get those XP points and to get those skill points. I mean, so yeah, I think it needs rebalancing. One of the, this is kind of chasing a rabbit, but one of the core problems that I see in Starfield is that there isn't good connective tissue between a lot of the different skill trees and skill perks. It's almost as if the different disciplines that you can put skill points into are almost like different ways to role play the game, which is really interesting, but that's not the way that most people approach a Bethesda game. And I was a good example of that, because I first played as kind of, I put a lot into the tech tree, and so it was kind of your spaceships and weapons and boost packs and all that stuff. And then I played again. I did another one as like crafting and outpost building, and it really felt like a completely different game. It was a completely different loop, heavier on resources, exploring. Wasn't so much worried about kind of the missions and the storylines and all that stuff. But yeah, to try to naturally play where you're taking a little bit of this or a little bit of that, I feel like it's too disconnected at this point to make that feel good, to really kind of build something unique that isn't just focusing on one discipline or the other. Does that make sense? Anybody disagree with me or have any counterpoints to that? I'm open to discussion there. Yeah, it does take forever to get to the high level stuff. Yeah, it kind of forces you into the cheesing, right? Or the XP farming. And you don't want that. All right, let's go. I tell you what, I don't even have to go all the way back there. Oh, Series X is moving a little slow. I am going to go ahead and pop down a save. And don't want to do that. Oh, that's awesome, Lord. More rested XP. Okay. All the way at the other end of the planet. Nice. Whoa. What was that thing? That looked like a... Okay, here's some robots. Saying a threat was detected, so good to know.
I am unable. Repair not possible.
Repair not possible. Interesting. Here's something squishy. And I see a red dot.
Catastrophic damage.
Oh no. I recognize this crap. Oh dang it. These guys. Shoot. These really do scare me. Oh crap. Hello. I thought I saw you. Nope. Found one. Hunting maggot maw. Hunting maggot maw. Yep. Okay. Alright, let's see if we can figure some stuff out here. I managed to break into the top floor. It is a spaceship, as we all assume. The records call it Galathea. Galathea? Most of the ship has been stripped down, but amazingly the comm system was operational. There was a message from another ship called the Beagle. When I played the transmission, it was just raw noise. I will try to go back tonight. Okay, interesting. Catching up on chat a little bit. Lordy said, I found it to be perfect balance, just enough levels as I progress through the quest and story. It doesn't overwhelm me with skill points. You talking about vanilla or whenever you use your 200% rest XP? That feels more balanced. You're right, there needs to be some kind of bridging, Dirt said. Yeah. Puppet Master build. Oh yeah, that would be interesting. You joined the Freestar Dirt? Cool. Yes, accept the missions from the board bounties, yeah. See, Rangers mission board. Yep. 200% rest lord. Okay. That's cool. Man, all the all the squishy sound effects really get to me. Ugh. Okay. Escape. This confinement is driving me crazy day after day underground. I think Genghis is right. Escape is the only option. Okay. Looks like somebody's making some hamburger helper in here too. All right. Okay. Oh man, something did not end well. Another thing I would like adjusted in the next major update, and I hope they do this even before the DLC, but they have to fix the loot, right? They have to fix the loot drops. Like, there is nothing in me that thinks, oh, unlocking this expert safe will be worth it. It definitely won't be. So I'm not even going to waste my time there. There won't be enough credits to make it worth it. There won't be enough good gear to make it worth it. Yeah, the loot drops suck as far as the lock picking and all that stuff. Oh, interesting. The lockpicking minigame is pretty good. I enjoy it. I don't mind like putting in the time to work through a master lock. Like, it feels good to complete that. But then when every time you're given such random nothing burgers of loot, it's like, okay, well, this isn't even good for role playing at this point. All right. Let's see. I did not read that. Okay. Escape Reborn. Today I'm here new. They tell me I was here before, that I have been reborn. I have knowledge of a son, Kublai, and his accomplishments of being the founder of a great empire to rival any in history. The machines tell me I am someone I am not. I will not play by their rules. Interesting. Yeah, lots of interesting parallels to kind of the Unity and the Starborn stuff, interestingly enough. There was a good sale on safes in the universe. Absolutely. All right. All right, let me make sure I'm not missing a door in here. Oh, wait. Yes, I was. Didn't even see this. Oh, crap. Guys, seriously, I'm like afraid something's going to jump out at me and I'm just going to scream like a little girl. Gosh. Can you guys hear that? It just sounds so gross. Ah. Man, this was a bad day. This was just a bad day. Genghis somehow got a hold of explosives. Last night we woke to a thunderous din. The facility has been repeating incessantly, containment breached. It is maddening. An expedition was sent to the outside this morning. They reported predators, deadly ones, all about. Amelia and Amandarinus are furiously working to come up with anything that can be used as a weapon. I tried to get into the facility's inner sanctum to no avail. There is nowhere to hide, nothing to be done but wait. Oh, man. This portion of the game is sponsored by Taco Bell. Nice. I was actually thinking about getting some Taco Bell earlier. I really want some hamburger helper now, though, Zeke. I almost want to like go home and make it. I'll get home tonight at like 10 p.m. and start banging dishes around in the kitchen. My wife will be like, "What are you doing?" Wanted some hamburger helper. I had a hankering. It's what we say in the South. We have a hankering. Have you ever said that? Do you know what that means? All right. Oh, man. Which way did I come in? I think I came in. No, this is... Dang it. I came in that way. Okay. So go this way. If only there were facility maps, right? Yeah. Hello. Found one. freaking love the breach. Just... Nope. Dang it. Caught me off guard. Buh. Full as a tick. That's great. That's great. Okay. Did I get all of them that were important, at least? Okay, I don't care about... Aha! Oh, what you doing there, little buddy? No, I don't want to sit down. I'm like caught up on something here. Oh, last words. I woke up for the first time right here, and now I bleed. When first I heard the mission, I felt a thrill. We were chosen. We would rule again. But after spending countless days, nights, who is to say in these windowless halls, we do nothing. The facility feeds us, the facility provides, and we just argue. But now we do more. We turned to murder. I pray you find this, brother of my blood. Do not trust Bill Hickok. He is not who he seems. Bill Hickok. I don't think I've heard that name yet. Am I supposed to know who that is yet? That's it. Oh. I'm getting stressed out. Being in all this stuff. Great expectations. All right. Ugh. Okay, here's a machine. Nothing. What is that? A hunting space ball? Okay. Okay, nothing going on in here. Let's check. Whew, just a bad day. Just a bad day in here. Ada's questions. Unanswered questions. Who created the facility? Good question. Is the mission the real reason it was created? Do we really share the DNA of our namesakes? Are any people watching us? Are the robots as unintelligent as they appear? Are the reborn really what they claim? So many more questions. So few people are asking the right questions. Oh man, this is was another Alias. Oh man, this is getting good. I'm going to take a quick break, guys, and I will be right back. I'm super excited to finish this quest with you all. We're back. Thank you. Okay. All right. So we had Ada's questions. You're great. Blood everywhere. Oh, man. Okay. Down the hole we go. Like Alice in Wonderland a bit. Yeah. I mean, these have some real, like, Dead Space vibes, right? Yeah, like necromorphs. Is that what they're called in Dead Space? I feel like Bethesda have a pretty good track record for kind of these little missions that are a bit more kind of horror leaning. Phew, that's a... What is that? No, it's so big. I should not have engaged this. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, I am stuck on something. Oh, Lord. Can it get through here? Okay, that's a level 1. Yeah. Okay, there's a big guy. Whew. I was not ready for that. Oh my gosh. Okay. I want to catch my breath a little bit. Yes. Yeah, I agree for the horror. Thank you, Merc, for the super chat. So I know Bethesda said they plan to support Starfield for the next 5 years. Do you think we'll be seeing big expansions like Shattered Space each year, or maybe smaller updates more frequently? You know, I honestly think that they are most likely rethinking some things. I think they're probably adhering mostly to a roadmap they set pre-launch so far, but I feel like they really do desire to like listen to their community, and so I feel like some of that may change regardless of what their plans were. Oh my gosh. Okay. God, that thing's fast. Man, are you guys gonna think less of me if I cheese this thing? Right here in the doorway. Okay, wait. That's a big nope. It's a big noperson. Okay. I mean, I have... trying to think, do I want to use a... Oh, that's a good one. I wonder if it's... I know the... I know the one enemy is more susceptible to energy weapons, the Terramorphs. So I wonder if the maggot mauls are too. We're gonna try it. Okay. All right. All right. Let's go. You know what? I'm going to do a parallel self. Reactive shield, that wouldn't help. Create vacuum, face time could help. Sunless space. That is what I want. Whew. Okay. Where are you? Where did you go? Okay. Okay. God, you're fast. Space roach. Okay. Okay. For a laser weapon, this kind of has some punch to it, doesn't it? There's lots going on in here. I feel like I'm going to get ganked from the side. Okay. Got the big guy down. That's what was most important to me. Whew. Look at those teeth. We got 2 different sets in there. Okay. I feel like I'm catching my breath now. My heart rate is coming back down. Goodness. Get out of here. I've got something behind me. Who's crawling around back here? There you are. Okay. This way. Where is my robot friend that I keep hearing? Okay. Okay, interesting. Going into another section. FaceTime is fantastic, yes. Now that it's not bugged anymore. I did have that bug where it would like just stay on all the time. It kind of made you not want to use it. Oh yeah, you know, I don't think I've tried much of the alien reanimation, Merc. I'll have to do that. Kind of goes in with the someone was saying they wanted to roleplay as like a puppet master. That would fit in. Okay. All right, what's going on in here? Whew. Where am I? Is this the last clue over here? Sorry, I'm being like extra careful. I don't see any robots. Oh wait, there's a space roach. Is this where I came in at? Huh. It is. I wonder if I missed something. I didn't find all the clues. Okay. Let's go back through. Crap. All right. Okay. Did I get all of the clues? First one was in here, is on the table. I bet it was in that last room I was in. I just should have backtracked. What's that? Shoddy. Okay. Okay. Gross, gross, gross. In here, came through here. Here's Here's where we found the big hole. There's our little ficus that we saw. Did I look over here? Maybe. No. Nothing. I don't think I missed anything in here. I'm just going to double check. See, this was the weight room. Yeah. Don't think I missed anything in here. And then we had one in here that we already picked up. Nothing on the floor. Playing cards. See what's in here. Cred sticks. Oh, those are pretty decent. Alright, go back down the hole again. And I must have missed it down here. Or maybe the big maggot maul was like fell on top of it or something. Don't see anything there. Okay, here was the final room I was in. And then I went up the steps. So, oh, there it is. It's got an icon right over it. I was just an idiot. Ada's diary. Years of trial and error, I have attained proficiency enough to call myself a programmer. It is amazing how far things have advanced from my memories. To think Babbage and I would open this untold world of knowledge and power. I realize I never will be a masterful programmer. I have no books or texts to advance myself, but the intricacy of the security here is daunting. The facility is on full lockdown, and the only solution is the security override code. Aha. But where is it? This part of the facility was closed to us until Genghis set off his explosives, and even here there is nothing of the sort. If only I had more time to think, but the monsters lurk in every hall now. Perhaps the damage to the facility means this is my final life. A pity. So much more to discover and learn. Interesting. Yes, so if all this stuff has gone down in the facility, then that most likely means most likely means that whoever or whatever was responsible for putting out the next round of clones after the first ones die will probably not be active now. Warning, warning, warning. Cascade failure, overflowing diagnostic self-repair routines, hard lock of restricted wing access. Please use security override code to return security to default values. Attempt manual override. Process failure. Okay. Okay. Now it's saying I need to go up. Okay. Okay. Okay, sorry. So I was kind of going on earlier about like necromorphs and how Bethesda does good with like little horror side quests. I think it would be awesome if they made an entire DLC kind of dedicated to some sort of horror storyline. I mean, space is so well suited to horror storylines. You think of full games like Dead Space, think of Event Horizon, right? Alien. There's so many good, I mean, even kind of rope in some Lovecraftian things in there, like we were talking about at the beginning of the stream. It would just do so well. And that would also be maybe a great opportunity for maybe a new writer or a junior writer or something, like just someone who's gifted a little differently. Take the lead on, give them some creative freedom. Let them take the lead on it and just see what happens. Yeah, for sure. And you think about, I mean, who knows? They may even already have planned for that. Think about, the House of Varun, like the Great Serpent, right? I mean, could be some Lovecraftian things going on there. Cosmic horror. Some messed up stuff. I was talking with someone, and what was it? Not Fallout, but Far Cry. Was it Far Cry 3 or 4 that had the Blood Dragon DLC? It was just stylistically, it was a very big departure from the base game. And I think Starfield, something like that could work for it, right? Just like a horror element, or, something that was maybe less NASA-punky and more, 80s, synth wave, bright colors and saturated neons. I think that would be really cool. See, I missed someone. Tremolo, hey, it's so good to see you on the stream. Been overseas for work. Good to catch you live. Well, awesome. Hope work is going well for you. For sure. All right, let's see if we can wrap up this quest. And then Zeke is going to make hamburger helper for all of us. All right? Okay. Just gonna do a little fast travel. It's one of my favorite pictures I've taken in photo mode. Move out of the way. There's my guy over in the right corner. Okay, let's see what we can do. Oh, who am I going to give this information to? Genghis will get everybody out, which I kind of feel like they need to break free, but he may hurt some people doing it. Franklin, I think, would just kind of make everybody stay. I honestly don't remember what the Amarini girl said. I forget what her name was. I'm just going to call her Cleopatra. I'm going to talk to Amelia first. See if she has any thoughts on the matter.
My darkest hours, I fear I need to go out there. I want to see.
She has no thoughts on the matter.
There is to be done. Goodbye, outsider.
I'm assuming this girl is maybe like a in-between. I know she wants to leave, but I don't think she wants to hurt anybody to do it.
Roosevelt would destroy any hope of the mission succeeding.
So this girl wants to complete the mission. And honestly, I still don't know what the mission is. I know there's a test involved. I don't want to tell her that. What do you think of the other societies? Do you really believe?
There are robots here, but they are not constructed here. The clones also are not born here. The robots bring fresh clones always from the east. That is where their facility lies. And that's it. I know no more.
I'm just going to give them to her.
What is this? These papers are fascinating. And frustrating. So many questions I have. But for now, we must find the security override code to open the rest of the facility. There isn't anything like that in Crucible. This I know. This other ship, the Beagle, this must have the key we seek.
Oh, excuse me. Okay, so I'm going to have to go on a little galactic goose chase here to find these ships.
Yes, and I know just the person to ask. Ada Lovelace stays out of politics, but the science here is too intoxicating. She will help us. If anyone can find this Beagle, it is her.
Okay. Oh, man. I'm really enjoying this quest. This is really cool. Okay. So, I'm going to pop down a save. Just overwrite that guy. Okay. So I think that is all I'm going to do today for the stream, but thank you all so much for hanging out with me and watching some Starfield and chatting about the game and getting excited about DLC and expansions and yeah. So that quest, Lord, it is in the Charybdis system. Let me actually go to my map. That way you can see it on there. Let me come back here to the screen. You see my screen, and let me zoom out. So here is the system. It's on Charybdis 3, and here it is in the settled systems. So a bit, no, there's not a east or west in space, but a bit to the right of the Crick system. Kind of forms this triangle here between Ixal and Crix. So yeah, check it out. Seems to be a really neat quest. But thank you everybody for hanging out and tuning in. Any more questions or thoughts for me before we go? Yeah, Merc, I'm the same way, man. Like I'm still finding new things in here, and even generated content, I'm finding new stuff. And there are smaller stories and bigger stories like this that you never get a map marker for, you never get a quest for, you just got to stumble upon them. And I think that's good for sure. So I'm excited to see how Starfield continues to develop. Not exactly sure when the next stream will be. This was like my first one in a month, so it's kind of like whenever I happen to have time or happen to be working late, and but I will make sure to throw it out on the Discord and get put the notifications on YouTube so you know when I'm live. But yeah, good hanging out with you guys. Enjoy your evenings. Relax just joined. Yeah, sounds good. All right, appreciate you guys. Have a great one. I'll see you in the next video. Oh wait, I gotta say my thing. I forget, it's been so long. For now, may you find wonder as you journey through the stars. Peace, guys.